Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Street Talk. Today's question is, if, whenever, should the government of the United States train foreign militaries? As you'll notice, many of the people that participated in this week's edition weren't very sure on how exactly the government should participate and formulate their opinions as they go. We hope this issue will provoke some thought into you and possibly make you think where, in fact, the government should be.
Participating in the training of foreign troops. We're talking about war, I assume. And I don't think the United States should be training anyone for more violence in their country, our country. I think the money can be better spent in training people how to live peacefully, exploring other options. There's got to be something better than going to war, and I just don't think a penny should ever be spent doing it. Never.
No. There it is.
I don't think so. That's it.
Well, I just think that just maybe for the case for if the troops ever did go into more into Haiti, then I think that it'd be good to have more foreign troops to go in. I mean, there's just so much that the country's just in so much chaos, and there's just so much political turmoil and stuff. And I think that would be the best place and the best time. And that's only about the only exception I think there is, or maybe back in Somalia, because there's just there's going to be trouble there. I mean, the troops are coming out of the country, but I don't know. Things aren't really going to change in that country either. I mean, the people are still going to be rioting out in the streets.
As far as the question is if the United States should train other countries and establish armies and train armies in foreign countries, I really haven't thought about that question before, and my gut instinct is to say no, because I feel that we're not training our own army that well, and to get involved in a foreign country's established plan, that it might lead to more problems than to anything that would help them. So I really feel kind of like, the Star Trek initiative is that other countries should have their problems and work within their own countries. And if we can deal at a diplomatic level, that's great, but having involvement in an army level, I have concerns about that.
I don't think the United States should aid in training foreign troops.
I think that the U.S. government would be far better off spending time teaching other countries in more humanitarian areas than military efforts.
All right, I would have to go on record as saying I'd be completely opposed to the United States training foreign troops, I think, under any circumstances. Probably because I think we have to get out of the war business, both in people and in ammunition. And that the reason so many of the wars are fought is because they're being financed by countries who aren't involved emotionally at all. As a matter of fact, I will give you a wonderful example of that. We lived in El Salvador at one point, and there had been a war that broke out over a soccer game. And it lasted 4 days and 4 nights. And the reason it ended was they ran out of ammunition. That was years and years ago, but that doesn't happen anymore.
I don't think that it's a good idea in this time of our history that we'll be involved training and be involved with counseling people in other countries to set up a military kind of resistance all over the world, because it could get out of hand in that situation unless you were smart enough. There's people like in World War II had that kind of capacity to get all these people in the military in different countries like Japan and North Africa and Rome and Italy went to North Africa. So if perhaps we had that kind of military power in the world, we can't trust how it would be used, because I don't take for granted Adolf Hitler and taking the world.
Being a person from third world country, I'm very experienced with the suppression of the military. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with the current or recent event in Nigeria where there's a landslide election victory by a civilian, and just because the military dictator didn't like who won, they void the election. They even threatened not to hand over the power. So in a way, the chicken is coming home to roost, because we give all these people through foreign aid, we give them too much weapons, and they become a choke bone on our neck. Now we can't get rid of them. And these people we give weapons to, they don't understand any element of democracy. They can't accept loss.
Okay, should the United States train or support foreign militaries? I don't think so. I think we have too many domestic problems happening here, and I think the United States government should focus its attention at home before looking and spending money abroad. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's edition of Street Talk. We look forward to you tuning in next week, and until then, we'll see you later.